Hi, my name is Andrew Tran, and this is my interview with Jun Tran. Jun is my uncle whose family came from Vietnam. He was born in 1973 and raised in Dang Nam, a rural area where people depended on agriculture and raising animals for a living. Vietnam in the 1970s was controlled by communism. The Communist Party was called General Secretary, and they crippled the country with their unfair rules. These laws restricted free speech, general arts, education, and trading. His family couldn't live in these conditions, so they made the riskiest decision of their lives. They sold all their possessions and brought an illegal ticket out of the country to Hong Kong. Many others from his village also made the decision to leave Vietnam in search for a better place to live and raise their kids. This was the first step in his 3-year journey to America. The boat ride was about a week long. It was cramped with over 100 people per boat. They had to avoid the barricade that the Vietnamese government set up as well as many pirates. Jun told me that when he was older, his parents explained to him that they were extremely lucky because if they had been attacked by pirates, they most likely would have killed all the men and sold the women and children into slavery. If that would have happened, their lives would have been completely different. Once they arrived in Hong Kong, they were sent to a refugee camp. It was a large, run-down apartment building that held most of their village. They lived there for 2 years. There were no schools over there, so that he had to pass most of the time playing sports with his friends from the village. After 2 years, they were sent to the Philippines. They had a school there which taught him basic English in preparation for America. The constant movement made it hard to make friends, and the Philippines was no exception. After only a short year, they were already packing to head to America. The trip they took was a day long on the airplane to America. They landed in Chicago, Illinois. His expectations for America were extremely high. For the past 3 years of traveling, they've heard hundreds of great stories about America. He believed that America was a place where everyone was treated equally. Hunger wasn't a problem, and everyone was wealthy. He was greatly disappointed. The city was crowded, the apartment he lived in was filthy, and they were just as poor as they were in Vietnam, but this time he was in a foreign area. It was difficult to make friends because of the language barrier. After a few years in America, he began to get used to the customs. His English improved, so he began to make new friends. His parents both got jobs as a mechanic and a cook, so they were able to move out of their old apartment into a 2-story house. He began to see America as his home. He went to Roosevelt High School, where he met his future wife, who was also a Vietnam refugee. He got his first job at the age of 17 as a nail tech, and he's been working there for 23 years. He is able to support his wife and 2 kids comfortably, as well as pay for their education. When he thinks back to his life in Vietnam, he is grateful that his parents made the decision to risk everything to get to America.